Sup, party people? Just got off the Peloton, got my sweat on, got my towels dirty, and let's do some 86 tops. Let's see if we can find some Mets. Love to see, Doc or Daryl or Keith or Gary or even some of the minor guys in here. Like, well, hey, how about that? It's Gary himself. From what I understand, he was a little peeved that he didn't win the MVP of the 86 series. I think he had 3 home runs, maybe more. He had that one game where he hit 2 balls over the monster. He had a great World Series, but the prize went to Ray Knight. Oh well, he is still a legend and will always be so. Rick Rhoden. We've discussed the Mets fighting with him in 86, so really he's part of the story. Hey, how about that? It's Wally Backman. Number 2 hitter, hit behind Dykstra. Was on base when Dykstra hit the game-winning home run in Game 3 of the 86 NLCS. I think he pitch hit that game. And it's good to see him. Managed the Long Island Ducks for a while. One time I saw him at a Ducks game and I said hi, and he said hi back. So here's to you, Wally. Ivan Calderon, who I believe was traded by George W. Bush for Sammy Sosa. Rafael Ramirez, slick fielding, no-hitting shortstop. Mark Langston, the one guy on the 80s Mariners I know. Danny Darwin in the Powder Blues. Alejandro Pena, who was, as I mentioned before, part of that Juan Samuel trade tree. The Mets traded Samuel to the Dodgers for Pena and Mike Marshall. Here we have an Indians leader. I believe that's Andre Thornton, who is their longtime DH. Former Mets manager Willie Randolph, fired in the middle of the night by Omar Minaya. Alas. Mark Thurmond. Joe Niekro. Yes, at this point in time, the Yankees had both Niekro brothers. What a rotation. Hey, it's Sparky. Smiling Sparky. In this, Sparky looks about 70 years old. I think he's like 53. He was a guy who always looked a lot older than he was. Angels leaders. Is that Bobby Grich? I think that's the highly underrated Bobby Grich on this card. And George Bell, here spelled Jorge Bell. Fun fact, George Bell actually legally changed his name from Jorge with a J to George. He really did. And that was a pretty neat pack.